everybody. Hello. Let me just check and make sure. Yeah, Mike's coming through all right. How y'all doing? Well, you're doing great. Hopefully you had to give a little thank you to, like, good... You know, hopefully you had a good Thanksgiving. Thank bugs for being cute. At least some of them, not the ugly ones. Stupid ugly bugs. Hate those guys. But the cute ones. Thank you, cute bugs, for being here. Thank you as well to noodles. They're very tasty. I was gonna say thank you to nudes, but that's a different topic that we don't talk about during the first 30 seconds of any video. That's okay. We had music for the first 30 seconds. We can say it now. Thank you for nudes. Yeah. Well, that was a cool song. Wonder if YouTube's... Yeah, YouTube's gonna play another song. How cool. Well, I hope you all are doing well, you know. Gonna be a little while for everybody to stumble on in. But, yeah, I am ready for a little more Dwarf Fortress. Why? Because it freaking slaps. That, and we're off to a decent start. Like, I've done a few trial forts. I've done quite a few trial forts here on the stream, but I've never really gotten too deep into a fort without, like, being like, okay, there have been enough updates, and it's been long enough that I don't remember what was going on. But right now, I really want to dig into this fort and see what we can do. Of course, I do use mods here. And I play as kobolds because the sprites are so cute. And oh my gosh, offline, I have been playing so much with the dye system since they've updated how clothes dyes work. There are hundreds or dozens. I don't know how many dyes there are lots of dyes. Compared to how it was before, I am a huge fan. Where's my mixer? There we go. I guess before the mixer, let me go ahead and swap over. White Panther, thank you for subscribing. Good to have you here. Hello there, everybody. You hope we're well? We're doing okay. Maxell and my cousin Gordon as well for resubscribing with Ubi's gift. Thank you so much, Gordon and Ubi. Now, let me... Parasite Eve, I need to say goodbye to you. You're cool. But we have Dwarf Fortress to get on. Let me just make sure that the music is loud enough for y'all. That's pretty good. I'll accept that. Oh my god, Cloud, thank you so much for the gift subs. I'm not gonna lie. I'll talk a little bit about, like, the game dev situation because yesterday was going to be the meeting with the CEO for game dev stuff, and that didn't happen. And I'm a little bit upset about that. But I'll talk about that in a little bit, you know. Let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm trying to be a little bit no fault, but I definitely can't. Okay, we were playing in Blame Peter. Late summer, this is the third year. You start on year 100 at the very beginning of the year, so... we're almost to year 4 of the fort. Let's boot it up and see what's going on. Yeah, we've got the kobold fort, and I forgot my closed captioner. Fine. I need, like, one button to start 10 things when I'm getting ready, unironically. Okay, hey everybody, let's see what's going on in this fort. I've got a lot of metal that I've mined. Okay, Just trying to gain my bearings again. Okay, that's right. So I settled in an area that's partially evil. Here's the basic entrance to the fort, a very basic stockpile outside, just so that I can take it to the trade depot. I might start moving some of this inside, or what might actually be best is for me to build walls around this and have select entryways and put a roof. That way I don't have to deal with moving everything inside. That might be easier. Silver Moon, thanks for resubscribing. Good to have you here. Yeah, I could write myself a little script, but it's also... that's right. I've been trying to do a lot, and I just haven't had enough kobolds to do that. Who's in charge right now? Clan leader is Broadsword. Don't know who you are, Pudge. We've got Cobalt the Kobold, Doug Trio, Capo, yeah, whatever, you can be a clan voice. Unnamed Kobold is our Dr. Cobnu, rather than Kobold, our Stockkeeper. We've got Garbanzo and Doug Trio in charge of a couple of our squads. And Brody the Magnificent is our current messenger. Just scrolling down what I had to do, because we had an aquifer, I had to build walls around this area as we dug down. It looks like I'm smoothing out the various locations here. Giant tavern, because I wanted one. We've got a giant tavern there. This is going to be my museum attached to the tavern. As soon as I can get some pedestals put in here, then we will start displaying some of the unique items that get made. Going down my basic workshop alongside the bedrooms. I've never really had them on the same floor before, but that's how we are doing it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That'll be 60 bedrooms for 84 kobolds. I probably need more. But again, a little bit limited with how much I can have due to how long it takes to mine, as well as how many pickaxes I have. How many do I have? Picks? Yeah, regular-ish biome. No, half of it is sinister. It's evil. And because of that, I've got a couple necromancers, and I'm near a necromancer tower. And for anybody who's played Dwarf Fortress, you know what that means. I shouldn't have made it to year 102. But we're here. Okay, just wanting to see how many picks I have, because okay, I've got enough picks to deal with this. We're good. Traders, do I have anybody trading? Nope. Okay, so let's just go ahead, and I think I've got the basic gist of what's going on with this place. Okay, the tavern floor is also my administrator floor. Good. My clan leader is going to get these big rooms now, so I was going to improve the other rooms for a little while. Yeah, let's just keep improving those. You need an armor stand and weapon rack. Yeah, we're good. Okay, get going. Run around. They're so fast. But yeah, if anybody wants to use their channel points to name a kobold, feel free to do that. If you're over on YouTube, by the way, feel free to just drop a name in chat over there, and I will see it and add it. Literally nobody's watching over there right now, but we get a few on occasion. I'm happy to incorporate your names here. Okay, got a decent number of Nagas working here. I believe Nagas were part of a mod as well that I added. There are a few different races. You're going to see some tall ladies, probably. And, like, this guy is part of the tall lady species, but the dudes tend to be short. So, get prepared for very tall ladies. And one other thing that I really have enjoyed lately, let me take a look. You run Kobold and Naga mods. Good. I love them. Like, look at this nerd. Huh? New McFast. I can... Okay, we've also got... Never mind, that's just a jammin' gamer move. New McFast, let's do it. For the dancer. Hey, you're not wearing any clothes. And you have 2 children. You're naked. Why are you naked? I actually... Do you like being naked? Okay. Robes, blade. You like robes. Values? Okay, you respect commerce. That doesn't matter. Why are you naked? You're gonna be new McFast, but do you have any trait that makes you want to be naked, or are you just naked? I think she just needs us to make clothes. Okay, well, here we go. You're new McFast. And actually, do you have any thoughts about clothing? Memories. You don't like the rain. You liked the place of honesty, though. Do I have spare clothes? Right now, I have a mod enabled. Let me go ahead and go just to make sure. It is the tailor mod that will specifically make new clothes as demanded. Let's see how my clothier shop... I need another clothes shop. That's the gist of it. Okay, so... Hey, guess what? That's too close to the edge of the map. We're gonna dig down then and create a new clothes shop. Well, I think I found my answer. We need more clothes. Ooh, we're getting gossip. I like the gossip. Yeah, so that's one thing. Like, you can check the different workshops that you have to see if there appears to be a bottleneck. There's probably one with the furnace or the smelters right now, but if I get down to lava, I'm gonna change up a lot. The jeweler's workshop. Actually, do I have another clothier's workshop up here? I don't. Yeah, that makes sense. Checks out. But I'm also trying to be considerate of my kobolds because, like, there are necromancers in the fort. There are 2 of them. New McFast, too fast for clothes, honestly. I sort of like the setup that I've got for my tomb, by the way. It's going to take a little while to see exactly how I feel about it, but we're probably going to mine through here as well. I like making things look a little unique. It's fun. 5. And then with that, it'll come around and connect to this part right here that is going to be a square. Cool. Yeah. So thank you all for being here, and let me give you an update for what's been happening with the game dev stuff. Justin and I have been doing a lot of work preparing so that we are able to, let's see, so that we're able to talk to the CEO guy about game dev, and he has been excited about it, but we were supposed to meet on Saturday, and that morning he sent an email saying, sorry, can't do it. How about next year? And I'm like, next year? First off, you schedule a meeting for Thanksgiving weekend, so we have to be here. Second, you cancel the morning of. And third, you want a multi-month delay? Like, I'm not a big fan of that. So I've decided that, yeah, it's not too far away, but still, it's going to be at least a month and a half to 2 months because GDQ is the first part of January. And I need to be there. I don't know how I'm going to get there right now. Because normally I go working with the escape room, but because of changes, they might not have me work GDQ. And I'm sorry. I'm very flustered about a bunch of stuff. So we'll see what happens. If they don't, I'm going to be a little unhappy. And I'll have to figure out what I want to do. Because... Ooh, do I have any legendary stuff? Okay, so we've got this walnut wood bin. Okay, walnut wood bin. Gonna put that in my museum. Okay. What other objects do I have? Okay, mechanism. Peanut armor. And is that earrings? Peachwood earrings. Yes. Okay. Peachwood earrings, you're going to go right there. Peachwood. But yeah, if for some reason I'm not working GDQ, then I will try to scramble to see what I can do, because I've got a backup run there, right? And it's with the assumption that, hey, either I'm going to be working this new game dev gig or going to be working the escape room. And if I'm doing neither, then I would not be able to afford going unless I really scrounge some stuff up real fast. Which, by the way, health-wise, I am doing so much better than I have, like, most of this year. My stomach feels fantastic. Occasionally, it gets a little bit upset, but on a scale of how I was before to how I'm doing now, I am doing so much better. Why are there naked humans? Because humans, first off, that's an elf. Second off, Maggie here moved in. You can have multiple races in a single place. It's fine. Okay, I do need to do a little plant gathering because they're trying to process plants for books and crap. One thing as well is that I set up the book industry, but one thing that can be a problem is actually binding the books. There's currently some sort of bug that when you bind a book, the book gets reduced down to 1 page. And because of that, we can just leave it as a choir. It functions the same. Hey, Dino Pupper, thank you so much over in YouTube. I am doing so much better. Hey, if you want to name one of my kobolds here, drop a name. Let me know what you want. I'd be happy to. And yeah, if you're in a Twitch chat, you can use channel point. If you don't have enough channel points, just... tell me in chat and give me a name, and I'll name one for you. We still have plenty of kobolds that don't have names. Ooh, Allosaurus. Do you want all caps, Dino Pupper? You typed it in all caps, so... Okay, we've got it. Allosaurus. There we go. Our dear farmer, Allosaurus. And from Twitch, we've got the Noof. What does that mean? What's a Noof? You know what, Prorno? I'm gonna leave your name for a little while. Potato. You get to be the Noof. Oh. But yeah, I'm really happy that I'm doing a lot better than before. Hopefully I continue on that trajectory. I wouldn't... Don't really see any reason why I wouldn't. Okay, F5, that's that cavern there. So big question is, how far down does that go? Down there? Hey, Lupine One, thank you so much for the raid. Good to have you here. And I believe that the reason that I stopped mining is because... One, it got wet down here, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've been trying to focus on other things, you know. Now that we've actually got access to a cavern, let's go ahead and... Ooh, did I catch an elk bird? Elk bird! You get to be tamed. Giant rat! I got a giant rat as well. Yes! Also got a Gorlak, but I can't really do much with a Gorlak. Elk bird, as soon as you're tamed, I'll put you in a place that is cool. Okay, I've also got a petition to make a guild hall, which I believe is this one. Yeah, that's for the farmers. Just working on smoothing all of it out and getting everything ready here. What about this? This is my temple for people to worship any deity they want. And I don't want to give them too much work, because if I give them too much work, it'll take years to get any of it done. But yeah, here's the deal. Even though I'm upset about the game dev gig and the late cancellation, and have decided that I'm going to have the policy of any meeting, you know, people get a freebie, but even if it's a lunch meeting, because it's for work, if you last minute cancel, like less than 24-hour notice, I'm going to have a fee attached to that. I'm a contractor. I'm going to put a fee. And I'm going to make that clear in the future. Magnificent Jerry. Despite all of that, Justin and I have had a fantastic time learning how to use Godot. We've done a pretty good job. There's Magnificent Jerry, the four-armed Naga miner. Why do you have 4 arms? Do all the Nagas have 4 arms? Why don't I have 4 arms? Evolution said no. Where's the other Nagas? I've got to have at least one other. Is this standard? Naga. Okay. Naga poet. Health. Nope. Not all Nagas have 4 arms. Now, Windrider Shiva, you say didn't wait too long for Godot. So question, have you seen or read Waiting for Godot? Because if not... Everybody should. It's amazing. Unironically, so good. It's been a really long time. Okay. If you've read it though, then good. But it's very much absurdist comedy. Actually, maybe nihilistic comedy would be more appropriate to call. But Samuel Beckett, amazing author, or amazing playwright. And you have to be, like, as long as you're okay with, how do I describe it? Seinfeld. Where nothing happens, then you might find it compelling and interesting, because honestly, there's a lot of waiting. Yeah, my favorite version of Waiting for Godot that I've seen, at least I believe I've seen it, is the one with Patrick Stewart and John Goodman. I've seen sections of it. At the very least, if I haven't seen the whole thing. Yeah, I read it for college, and watched parts, if not all of it, for college. But yeah, if Seinfeld is a story about nothing, Waiting for Godot, holy cow. That is the story about nothing. Waiting for Gorgo? Oh no. I'm not sure I'm familiar with Waiting for Gorgo. Okay, now time to review labor. Who's miners here? Okay, we've got a decent number of people assigned to be miners. Not a lot of mining going on, but we've got miners. Woodcutters. Yeah, we've gotten whatever. We've got enough people assigned to these labors. Just sometimes they're slackers and busy doing other stuff like mining out here. Okay, nope, they're not slackers. They did the job. I need another clothes place right there. Gorgo. Okay, we've got a new name. This beautiful elf poet. Okay. You're officially Gorgo. Hope you enjoy your new life. Okay, F4 is where I go for the workshop, and I want to see if there are other... Ooh, apricot bark. Ooh. That's a new dye. Larch bark? I'll do larch bark. Make dye. What other dyes? Larch. Turnip skin. Ugh. But okay. So up above my fort, so here I have my entrance to the fort with jeweler's workshop, carpenter, and then go into the trading depot right there. If you go up a level, I have some mechanisms here, my happiness generator, as well as some millstones, specifically so I can mill various plants and produce dyes as well. And then up above that, the windmills that are powering that. So, a decent setup so far. I do need to make a few changes, but it's pretty good right now. Okay. Yeah, the thing is, if I have people invade, going through doors is a lot easier than going through walls. And I'm afraid of invasions right now, because, oh boy. You know what? That makes it pretty simple. We're just gonna go right up there. And then these doors, gonna change them out. Make them walls, and then we'll be protected there. Perfect. I like that it's like there's a thieving or mischievous tree. It's just a rat. Oh no, thieving or mischievous creature. Squeak, 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 squeak. I like them. I don't care. Now, there are a few occasional fixes that I will run as time goes on, especially if it... Why are you just outside sleeping? Yay, dwarves are showing up. It's time to bring stuff to this place so that I can trade it. Amulets, anything that's within very close range, I probably want to bring. I am making a lot of food, and food is really going to be my moneymaker. That tends to be my best source of income when it comes to Dwarf Fortress. Food. I make so much freaking food. Okay. Do I have any crafts done? Sure, let's bring that and that as well. Oh, the music's getting intense. Yeah. Sure. Okay. But like, you know, not a lot of crafts are made already. However, sure, let's grab all those. They're pretty close to the depot. That's going to be fine. Cages. No, I don't want to sell my bush tits. The Gorlak, though, I can sell the Gorlak. I don't care about that. I want to keep my giant rat. We're going to put it... we're going to keep it. Because I love him. Wait, where's Barrels? Barrels. See, this is where all my money is. All my money is in food. Okay. The tilde followed by the number, that's essentially the estimated value. When you don't have a very good stock keeper, they can't really give you a precise price for some of the bigger stuff, so it's estimated. As they improve their skill, or as you replace them with workers who are better at that, then the number gets more accurate. But whatever, about 1,000. That's fine. I know that I'm making a lot of food as well. That's going to keep the money rolling in. Okay, that should be good for now. Bracelets, I already sorted. Cages. I just want to sell the Gorlak because Gorlaks are annoying. Like, I can just kill them, but I don't want to. It's too much work. Like, my characters won't automatically target a Gorlak as an enemy, and instead may treat it as just like, hey, how you doing, Gorlak? And no. I want to use it for fighting practice, but unfortunately can't because Gorlak. So you get to essentially get sold to other people who can't do anything really interesting with you. I sell all my food. I sell about, at most, half of my food when I do this. What will my naked elves eat? They can eat dirt. I did show the other day how to make an elf chop a tree down and cry. I'm not going to do it again, though. You know, we've already done that. It's pretty good though. I'm so glad that you can like force elves that they're visiting. They're not citizens yet, and you're not really supposed to be able to make them do that, but you can if you know how to do it. And boy, is it funny to me. Okay, iron axes. I actually do want to grab some of those, because they're worth a decent amount. Iron picks. I like selling the lower quality stuff as well. That way, like, you know, we're focused on my dudes have the better stuff that's going to be more accurate, deal more damage. Okay, that should be enough. Like, the dwarves are not going to have a huge amount of inventory at this point. Oh, a second caravan, a Naga caravan. We're going to have competing. Okay, they're not going to compete, but, you know, 2 groups to sell to. I'm cool with that. I thought most of the crafts were going to be in this workshop. Yeah, look at all that. And they're just taking everything. They're taking everything. Soon it's going to be empty. One trader is ready to trade. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and let my broker get notified and get them over here soon. So here's the thing. This fort is going well so far, but I am still not comfortable enough to say that they will survive for any significant or insignificant amount of time. Why? Because we're in an evil area, and evil stuff happens very fast. Okay, come on. Where's my broker? Get over there. Get over there, bro. Oh, you're there. Okay. Dwarves. First off, let's see. I've got 26,000. They've got 22,000. Perfect. I don't have to be too selective of what I buy, but a little bit. We'll just buy a couple of the ropes that you have. Blah, blah, blah. Not buying your Eva. Holy crap. How do you expect anybody to buy an Eva at that price? Not too worried about dogs right now either. Do I want the Warhammer? I'll buy this Warhammer, sure. I tend to believe that, like, trading is genuinely good, or generally good, especially when you get things that are not something that you can make in your own fort. Like bismuth bronze shield, I don't have any bismuth bronze right now. Because of that, let's buy it. Iron, relative, ooh, cheapish steel buckler. They do go straight for 300. That's the base cost. Dwarves and kobolds are close enough in size that anything made for a dwarf, a kobold should be able to wear. Okay. Buying ya seeds. Just buying all of the cloth if I'm able. Cloth and leather. Because that tends to be the longest or it takes a long time to make. And with how many nude people I have at the moment, let's just do it. Okay, iron bolts. I can make bolts and arrows here just fine. I don't need you. I don't need you. Your help, you dwarvies. Dwarvies? Pigtail vest. So I understand the joke there, Ubi. The pigtail is also a plant in this game. So, oh my god. Why are your medical objects so expensive? What did you do to this walnut wood splint to make it worth 700? I'm buying the 10 buck dwarf buck. Okay, never underestimate the wedge. That sounds very captivating. Okay, and before I get to selling barrels, let's sell all my loose inventory. Crowns. Cool. Moving down here, sell all my rings, all the earrings, all the bracelets. And now to my barrels. Okay, this should be a pretty fast process. Like, again, put a lot of work into making food so that I have enough stuff to trade. Looks like that's not going to do it, so we have to do a little selling from my weapons. Okay, it didn't take too much additional stuff. There we go. They are happy. And now let's trade with the Nagas and see what they've got. Mark all 10k compared to my 12k here. Okay, again, not a huge difference between I won't be able to buy everything that they have, but I will buy some stuff. It stimulates their economy and tends to be a generally good thing. Their shell steel, I believe that it's the same strength as steel, but it's a little more unique for them. Of course, they sell slightly larger stuff, which at this moment is not super helpful, but next time they come and visit, I probably will buy some. At that point, I expect to have more large creatures in my fort, and because of that, I would like to make sure that I can give them armor if they join my army. Okay, buying all of the cloth and leather that I can again. Okay, I like to buy earrings and stuff. Give me your fish, give me your nuts, give me pants, give me spinach, give me garlic, launch your thread, keep your ball. Okay, lots of crutches, no splints. Interesting. Take the hive though. Journey to the point, interesting. Okay, and now let's go ahead and get selling. I don't want to sell a legendary item, though. That's a big thing. Or legendary, yeah. Anything that's named, I want to keep. So, because of that, I might have to trim back what I'm purchasing here. Nope. We will probably be good. Again, I'm unchecking any of the white items here. Those are the ones that I've purchased from other traders, and generally I want to keep those if possible. Okay, so let's trim back down until the trader profit drops to yellow, and at that point, up to green. They always accept. It's enough that it'll help stimulate their economy, and they will bring more the next time they come. There we go. See? Good sales tactics by a bunch of nerds. Okay. Is it BNB? Perfect. Now, time to build a few bridges. These bridges are specifically for the entrance to my fort, and I'm building this in a way that we are able to close them and keep the fort as secure as possible if there are any invaders. Okay. Hey, Grey Googlage, good to see ya. Thank you so much for the raid. Come and enjoy. How's it going? Going pretty well. You know, have a few complaints, but not a huge deal. That's just kind of how life goes. And otherwise, I Not complaints about the game, just complaints about things happening in life. But, you know, getting along. We're doing fine. Who is grumpy here? Doug Trio? Doug Trio, what is your problem? Okay. You didn't like the trauma that you went. That's fair. Personality, currently more thoughtless, currently more rude. She cracks easily under pressure. Probably. Oh, she dislikes obligations. I probably need to not have you be in charge of my dungeon then if you hate obligations. Okay, Doug Trio, I'm going to replace you. You are no longer the executioner. I'm going to give you a break. Totally a dwarf. What about this farmer? Harry and not a lichen? Sure. Okay, Harry, you are now in charge of that. We're giving Doug Trio a break. Question though, Doug Trio, are you part of any of these? Because if you're part of a squad, I don't want to have you there. You're part of the happy home. You know what? Having you in charge of a squad might not be good. Who else is miserable? Private. Private Snafu and Azza. Private Snafu. Okay. And then this is going to be my therapy squad, the portentous doctrine. So if anybody has military stuff that makes them happy, they'll join that squad temporarily due to Dwarf Fortress hack. Thank you so much, DF Hack, for making things playable. Just taking a quick check right now. Agitation rebalance. I didn't change that because it can make things either easier or harder. Oh, what I wanted to change was the seed watch. Let's go take a look at the seed watch settings. Why? JK, it's going to be in normal settings, and I'm changing some of the base stuff here because seed cap, I don't know what it was, 200. Total seed cap, we're just going to go up to 30k. And then baby and child cap, I think it was the population cap versus the strict population. Strict population cap is currently at 5,000. That's the soft one is at 200. Why? Because that's when migrants will stop showing up. However, past 200, you can still have children, you can still have people petition to join. It'll be fine. Hey, Metanock, good to see ya.
Stop it.
And thank you so much for resubscribing. Weapon rack. Okay, armor stand and weapon rack. I hope I didn't do two or perfect. Because I will need plenty of those as time goes on. Where is my training area for my dwarves, by the way? Is it F4, F3, F2, F4, 3, 4, 4? It's probably south of my dungeon. There we go. They're training there. Training there. Do I have archers yet? I don't. I only have one normal squad of melee. Let's go ahead and create a squad for Pudge to be in charge of your archers. Or wait, no, they were archers. Never mind. Get out of here. We don't need you. Damn. That's right. I made one of my necromancers an archer because that is a smart thing to do. There can be, are they training right now? It looks like it. And because of that, what I can do with this, let's go ahead and do fix archery practice. This is a fix that reorders their inventory if needed. No ranged squads are currently training. What about this ranged squad? Fix / archery practice, huh? Fine. Do it later. The thing is, if an archery squad is training, but the inventory isn't ordered correctly, there's a bug that makes it so that they won't actually do archery practice, and it's annoying. So, as soon as you can fix it, the better. Check out my tavern. My tavern is... everybody is eating seeds, and then seeds are on the chairs. Okay, what about my rooms? Rooms are coming along okay. Let's get some doors on these new bedrooms. Wait, why? Auto select. I want it to... Okay, there we go. I think I accidentally hit a hotkey that made it so that it doesn't auto-select an item, and I just want to make life easy. Okay, new bedrooms. Bam, your bedrooms, your bedrooms. I guess I forgot to put a bed there. Your bedroom now, cool. We do need chests as well, and then cabinets. Chests don't matter quite as much as cabinets. Cabinets are very much necessary in Dwarf Fortress. They make their plate, maybe not necessary, but dwarves will actually, any of your citizens will store their clothing inside of cabinets. If they have a bedroom and they have clothes, like, see right here, partially damaged but stored. Chests, supposedly they can store other items in there, but it rarely happens at this point. I still give them a chest, you know, just in case they want to put something in it. But it's not nearly as necessary as the cabinets. Okay, next, taking a look at how smoothing is going here. Do I not have a lot of people assigned to smoothing? Stonecutters. I have a decent amount. Okay, that's it. Gonna give it to a few more of y'all. Stone cutting, aka smoothing the walls, doesn't really require any specific skill. Everybody can do it. And like the skill just lowers the amount of time that it takes. Okay, it looks like people are visiting my museum. That's great. Where's the ring? Okay, a symbol of the caravan leader. Excuse me, this is a symbol of the caravan leader. The caravan leader is not wearing it. Okay, we need to get on that. I gave you a ring to put on your pretty little claw. And you're just like, yeah, I'm the caravan leader. Who's the caravan leader, huh? I don't have one. That's probably why. You know what? In that case, Clan Voice. Clan Voice, you are getting that ring because apparently the role that I had for caravan leader is no longer existent. I mean, we're not a caravan anymore, right? It makes sense. What is this? Leather. Ooh, it's dyed yellow with willow leaf dye. I like it. Speaking of dyes, let me come down to the workshop here. I believe that I got some more stuff that I can use. Blackberries and blue... Wait, not mixed dyes. Mixed dyes, that's going to be for much later. Blackberries, blueberries. What else? Hazel leaf. Yes. What color is that? Sort of hazel. Onion skin. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, pear leaf is kind of boring looking. It looks gross. Because, ooh, rhubarb leaf. That could be really good, actually. Okay, make dye. Just because I don't think rhubarb leaf will consume the rhubarb itself. It might. Red spinach dye. We'll get that as well. And I'm giving a work order. Or no, standing order. Standing order right now, it has use any cloth. We're changing it so that they only use dyed cloth to make clothes. That way... That way people have nicer stuff, you know? Instead of these boring looking things, look, they're all gray, bleh. Okay, upping the priority of smoothing out this room just so that I can see how quickly kobolds move over here to do it and how many. Because if it's not many, then it means that there are some things that, you know, I might need to assign more of them to smooth out floors. And it looks like that's probably going to be the case. My God, this is taking forever. Yep. More of you. Smooth the freaking floor. Oh, my cousin says that you can give them any container in the rooms, even a sack would make them happy. In versions before sacks acted as chests, they no longer do, so that unfortunately doesn't work now. And I think that any container would probably make them happy, but they will not store anything in anything. They'll store clothes in a cabinet, and other items can be stored in the chest. IRL, you don't eat the rhubarb leaves. Are you sure? Maybe you could. Actually, never mind. Okay, this is not the advice segment of my stream here. I am not responsible for anybody here who eats inedible plants. Stating that right now. I was like, what are they consume? Consummate? Oh, consummate V's. Took me a second to realize what was going on there. Okay. With how my fort's going, though, I would expect another migrant wave to come soon. Yeah, I don't have enough bedrooms for them yet. But we're working on that. We're working on getting them bedrooms. Okay. Cabinets. I'm putting cabinets directly across from the door, and the chests are the ones that are a little bit more hidden. Bedroom. That's bedrooms. Otherwise, I generally do have a place that's... Where's my barracks? Is it here? Okay, 16 spots in the barracks. That's fine. Oh, rhubarb leaves have an acid that's bad for your kidneys? Okay, so based off of what I'm hearing in chat, don't eat rhubarb leaves. That's lesson number 1 today, y'all. You know what? I could build a hatch. A hatch cover and put it over the stairs there. Okay, and if I remember, one of the major things that was slowing things down was how many things I was making out of wood rather than stone. But that was before I really had much stone. Yeah, migrant time. Let's see, where are they? Here they come. Look at them. They're all showing up. That means we have even more kobolds to name if you want. Do we have more? Is that it? 93. I'll take 93 total kobolds. Good. And let's see if they brought anything that needs to be put in the pasture. They did. Oh, there's a little reindeer calf. Oh, there's a little baby llama. Okay, these are gonna be... I need to make them so that they can be pets. I want someone to have a little baby llama. And puppies. And goat kid. You can have a little baby goat kid pet. Huh? Some baby llamas. Maybe a little baby pig. Couple baby turkeys. Yeah. Okay. Baby llama. There we go. Now, I've also caught a bunch of troglodytes, and you know what that means. It means it's perfect for training. Okay. Cages. So what we're going to do is put the troglodyte cages in here. No, I don't want to put a giant rat in there. Troglodyte. Okay, troglodyte. Gosh. Walnut. Elkbird. That elkbird is something that I want to try to breed a little bit more. I don't like them they're really ugly. The elkbirds are so ugly. Bush tits, not ugly. Okay, there we go. And as soon as I have these built, I'll attach the lever to them so that they can be remote activated, and then we are going to have some fighting for our squad here. How are my nobles doing? Okay, you're still grumpy because you need armor and weapon rack. That's fine. I don't care. What labor do I get to give to my new kobolds? Okay, need a couple new miners. Okay, you know what? Peasant, you get to be a miner. Gelder, you too. Woodburner, bam. Okay, woodcutters, obviously to the woodworker here who already knows how to work a wood. Beekeeper, you can chop trees. Attack as well. Hunters, we've got some good hunters. Again, I do not... people who are learning how to use bows and arrows. That's good. But I'm gonna assign a couple of them. Okay, planters. Planters peanuts. Who gets to plant for me, huh? You can. Gelder, sure. Fisher bolds. I only assign 1 or 2 at a each time I get some people moving in. Why? Because if for some reason the game decides that it's time to fish, that becomes like #1 priority. Plant gatherers. My herbalist here is going to be a plant gatherer because that is the main skill used. Okay, stone cutters. My siege. Okay, the siege operator who moved in really has a wide variety of skills. Engravers, I usually don't need too many of them. Haulers, for now, everybody hauls. It will change later. Siege operator, guess what? You are... I don't have any siege equipment at this point, but it's good to prepare. Okay. Yeah, I do have big naked women. Like Skid here. Question, are you part of my... No, you're part of the Spry Tools, a performance troupe. But are you considered a visitor, Skid? Not pet or livestock. Skid? Yeah, you're just a guest. They might ask to stay. And once so, we'll make... if they do ask to stay, then we will automatically make her some clothes so we don't just have big naked women. I'm not complaining. It's just, you know... It's kind. I just love how you can see the coloring of the different clothes that you've dyed. Like, look at this. We've got the grizzly bear leather robe that's been dyed midnight blue. And yeah, as you get more interesting colors, you're going to see different types of robes. There's also a neat setting in the game. I'm going to show this just because I find it awesome. Which is display worn clothing dyes in fort mode, or if you're doing adventure mode, aka the roguelike mode, then you can have that enabled. If you have it enabled, yes, the clothes that you see as they're running around match the actual dyed clothes. If you have it no, then their clothes will match whatever job that they have, which can be helpful if you're not... if you're needing more of a visual to tell who does what type of work. I don't care about that right now. I like being able to see their clothes and the different dyes here because there's a wide variety. It used to only be 4 dyes. Now it's a bazillion. Speaking of a bazillion, we do have... I have them making silver coins once every quarter. And each year, the description of the coin is different. So, front is a it's got an image of Pookie muted sticks, the kobold, that deals with Pookie muted sticks being elevated to the position of the winged voice of the Humble Shady in 1. Humble Shady is the kobold civilization that I'm part of. There are a few different kobold civilizations. Humble Shady is mine. So this is back to the founding of that civilization. On the coin's back is a rendition of the Routed Elwood Forgotten Beast. Okay. Oh, that's a masterfully designed image of Forgotten Beast. So they took this old art that was made and represented it because it's the symbol of the civilization. I sort of want to hear more of this Forgotten Beast. Like, what does the beast look like? Does it have teeth? There are other questions I have, but that's all I can think of right now. Okay. And it's not a furniture, it's a construction. Let's go ahead and where's my hatch? Not Oh, in the doors / hatches section. Very nice. Bam. Doing this is going to make it so that literally, let's see, I want to make it so that only people who, like, if I want to close my fort and make it so nobody can access it, then I should be able to do that. And right now, this lever is connected to this bridge. It'll close up. The stair goes up here into an area for milling. And then up above, there is a staircase going up here, which I need to shut this area off a little bit. I might build some walls, but putting a hatch there as well will help. Okay. How goes the fort? It's going pretty well. So far, I think for this entire fort, we've had one death. And I don't even remember what happened. Where's my tomb? Where's my tomb? Where's my freaking tomb? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Brosentia Forgot Where the Dead People Are. It's a classic story of... It's right here. Okay. I should probably make that... Do I have it as Shift F1? Nope. Okay, we're going to have this as Shift F1 to zoom towards. Okay, bam. Right here. See, Tough McGooberson died. They were a peasant. Apparently not as tough as the goober thought. But you know, that's normal Dwarf Fortress things. Sometimes people die because they overestimated their abilities, and I also told them to go fight. And I also assigned them to go fight because I put them in a group that they didn't want to join. Oh, that's right. Here's my limestone mining operation. I'm trying to get some fluxstone so I can make steel. Yeah. Because I'm so far to the right side of the map, it's going to be a pain. Unless I can manage to mine over here. Yeah, having the flux layers be a part of the cavern, I don't particularly like, but I might be able to... Yeah, I might not be able to get a lot of flux out of them, but I've also got these openings where I'm able to pretty easily. I'm just mining some gems out right now. But because of that, do I have stuff set up so that I can actually start making steel? Okay, we're making iron. We're making iron items. Okay, pig iron. I want to make pig iron bars. Bam. Change this to... If we're less than 10 flux boulders, refined coal. Okay, pig iron. I want to make sure that I have at least 20 of those. Pig iron less than 30. And then steel bars. Steel is one of the best materials that you can have in the game. And being able to have that right now is fantastic. You have to have both iron and pig iron. Flux boulders in order to get the reaction. Refined coal, I'll have it just set to 10. And if that causes problems, then I'll deal with it later. Okay, I am also adding a pen/pasture down in this area. I like to set one in pretty much every cavern entrance, because as I get more cave spiders and other animals, then I can plop them down there and have them defending the entrance. Mind you, it takes a lot of work to get to the point where you can do that without too many problems being caused, but elk bird, giant rat, unfortunately only males, so I'm not going to have any too much interesting stuff. Fester the snake, keeping you with your owner. Then did I have somebody assigned to tame the large rat? Knee trainer, okay. Also adding an animal training area right here so that we can train the underground animals just fine. Good. La da 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 da. Look at the rat. He felt free. Well, yeah, that's because you are free. Okay, what about large rat? Large rat, are you tamed yet? Yes. Okay, large rat also going here. Good job. Not fully tame. The thing is, anything that you train that isn't fully tamed probably will revert to its wild state at some point. So, you know, if they tend to be aggressive, they'll probably try to kill you eventually. But for now, I'm not too concerned. Okay, out of blueberry dye. I do have them making stuff with dimple cups right now. The geese just came and flew away. Okay. A little bit of a stockpile that I want to set up here. Okay, custom. What do I want to be here? I need food, pant, dimple, cup. There we go. This is for my dimple cups. And will be used specifically to store dimple cups before they're milled. I don't want them to be used for any other purpose. Okay. Take it from there. Take it from which stockpile? The food stockpile. Bam. And actually, do I have any food getting stored here? Doesn't look like I do, so that's good. We're almost to the winter. I think we're going to have the kobold. Not what I wanted. The kobold delegation showing up soon so that, you know, I might be able to get more trade goods and maybe more inhabitants soon. Okay, too wide. Bam. Bam. I just need more bedrooms. I've got 93 people living here and only like 60 bedrooms. So, I mean, obviously we would want more bedrooms. Come on. I need places for dudes seeping. They need seepy place. I like 3x3 bedrooms. Those are big enough that it's very easy to have them be considered high quality bedrooms. Basically, you can put whatever crap you want in there, and a normal dwarf or a normal kobold will be like, this is so freaking fancy. I love this. This is my new life. Living in these basic crappy rooms. It looks like I have fulfilled the agreement here. The guild hall is worth at least 2,000. Perfect. Question, do I have anybody else who I want to be my clan voice? Okay. We're starting to get some of these rooms improved enough so that my nobles are happy. That's good. Slap a door down there. I don't know what this room's going to be used for. Something. Okay, library. How's books going? Not really doing much books. Gotta do more books. We do have paper. And the paper will probably be taken to the library. Well, what I need to do is make choirs. Where do I make my choirs? Is it down here? Not in the ashery. Probably one of the carpenter's workshops. Oh my gosh, or craftsbold. Craftbold. Choir. How's the weather? It snowed last night. I am actually very cold right now. So yeah, it snowed. We were gonna go try to get some stuff out of storage, but because it would be a drive up, it's not a good idea to make that long of a drive. Plus, I'm also thinking, you know, all of the students who were away for Thanksgiving are driving back to the university there. Today is going to be a driving nightmare for anybody trying to go back to where we lived before. Now I'm just trying to consider, okay, we're getting the seed spread all over the place. Do I have very many bags? Or barrels? I don't know if I have a decent place to store seeds right now. I'm going to make a stockpile right here that's going to be my seed stockpile. Okay, seeds. You're enjoying your favorite winter activity, which is staying inside drinking tea. That sounds amazing. I approve. Okay, there we go. All my seeds get to be stored there. You wheelbarrows. Anyways, this fort is going pretty okay. I've got stuff set up so that, like, as soon as I have double the population or so, we should be able to see some action. I still have tons of names that can be given. Dr. Cold Hands. Ooh, that's a good one. Who gets that? Tylus. Do I have a doctor who doesn't have a name? Because if so, we can definitely have Dr. Cold Hands. Nope. That's okay. You might become a doctor later. We'll see, Tylus. Yeah, lots of names to be given for any of them who want to use them. They have a non-medical doctorate. It's honorary. I'd ask what they did to deserve the title, but they know what they did. Pudge the Peacekeeper. Where's your bedroom? Pudge. Okay, that's it. Pudge, where are you? Where's your bedroom? This is your bedroom? Bedroom sucks. Let's go ahead and put some designs in there. Let's design the whole thing, okay? Gonna make it fancy. Okay. It's F3. Who else? Any of Broadsword's rooms need to be better. That's understandable. Okay. Broadsword, where are your other rooms? This one's one. Okay. Gonna engrave it as well, and then... Okay. You have a study. Oh, your bedroom sucks. We're gonna make this your bedroom, okay? I'm sure you'll love it. Okay, Broadsword. What's your role? Broadsword clan leader. Okay. Enjoy. Smooth it out as well. Yeah, nobles will start getting pickier when it comes to everything. Ooh, more names. I like it. We have another Urist. Always the Urus. That's okay. You are Urist McGonagall. Oh, gonna die. Gonna die. There we go. And ooh, Sharp Durable. That sounds like a kobold name, not an elf poet name. Stormy, you are Sharp Durable. Strong name. Okay. Already quite a few new bedrooms here. So let's go ahead and get them set up. There are ways to speed this up, but I kind of find it therapeutic to just put doors and stuff rather than using blueprints, and I don't want, like, it would take a little time to get all the blueprint stuff figured out. It's a good game, though, Blueprints. Okay, there we go. Bedroom. That's 20 bedrooms, y'all. Okay. Getting more furniture queued up. With DF Hack, you're able to queue up furniture and stuff a lot easier. As soon as it's made, it'll get assigned to one of these locations, and then bam, will be set. Chests, I already have a few of them, so the yellow X, I don't have any more, so now it's got the clock up above, which shows gotta be made first, and then they'll get to it. Perfect. Ooh, the Urist of Times. It was the best of times. It was the Urist of Times. You know what? This elf is going to be named Urus because I find it funny. And there we go. New season, new save. Someone is angry. That's not a good sign. Uh-oh. Someone's injured. I think we might have our first crime. Did you expect crimes to start happening this soon? Year 102/103? Oh, we're still 102. You've gone berserk. Activision. Uh-oh. Activision, what did you do? Well, okay. I feel like the merchant may have gotten stuck in that pool and is officially dead. I'm no. We're gonna try to free the body at least. So I'm putting a screw pump in order to pump out the water. Yes. So, spoilers, Naga's one of the mod races that I use here, and unfortunately, they tend to get stuck in water a lot. They don't die in water, because they're Nagas, and so if they stay there for a long time and eventually, and nothing ever happens and they never get out, I guess they can go insane. That's okay, we'll free the corpse. Sanity is overrated? Not in the, you know what? Kind of. In my offline game, I had somebody who, occasionally would just start throwing a tantrum. You know, they became so depressed that that's just how they were. Even when I made them happier, they would throw tantrums every once in a while. It's like, well, kind of a lost cause now. But then they toppled something in a temple and got cursed by the gods and became a vampire. And then now that they've killed somebody, I think I gotta throw them out of the fort. I'm sorry, I was okay having a vampire until you ate my friends. Ooh, Vlad, not a vampire. That's a good name. Okay, that's gonna go right here. Technically, we could already have a vampire in this fort. So far, I don't see any reason to believe that we do, but there's a chance. Sanity is fun. Yeah, with Dwarf Fortress, whenever you have weird things happen, it's good, because that gives you something interesting to happen. Okay, Magneto is gonna get a legendary skill now. Go and become legendary for me, dude. Yeah, Magneto, gonna be a legendary mechanic. I love it. Let's add a couple more scholars, by the way, because I'm starting to get more. Maybe Apple Crumble, you can be a scholar. And one more for now. This mechanic. Maybe one more scribe. Rarno. I'll never not laugh at the name Perarno. There we go. Now, question. Who's the grumpiest? Doug Trio. Why are you grumpy? Because you hate the rain and you hated getting hurt? Thoughts? Personnel, what are your current needs? You want to fight, you want to make trouble, you want to help somebody, you want to be with friends and family. Family is the biggest thing. Do you have any family here? Relationships? Do you have any family? I have close friends. Kindred spirit? You have literally no family here. Oh, that's right, bro, the nerdy nerdson. Oh no. Okay, so another thing that happened with this fort is that we had a weird hamster gerbil. They're called KV pups or KV boars or whatever. We had a weird animal attack and bite several people, so I had to kick them out. So, fortunately, one of their friends has been kicked out of the fort. Important thing for me is to give some people a little extra time. So, Doug Trio, at this point, you are assigned to chop trees and to plant. And I'm putting you in my therapy squad. I don't have a therapy squad. No, Happy Home. Happy Home is my therapy squad. Okay. But I'm not making you in charge. Why? Because you hate responsibility. Okay, so there you are. You're in the Happy Home. They are set to constant training, which essentially means that because they don't have any assigned location to train, they just go and fulfill all of their needs. So that'll give Doug Trio an incentive to go and just like enjoy life for a while. That's the hope. Ooh, tell the government that mental health issues lead to vampirism. That's a good idea. Not doing it. Yeah, the reason I'm going to put some walls up here is because uh, first, they should not affect the windmills. Second, that's stairs. Third, with only 1 block height, there's a possibility that certain creatures will be able to climb over, get into the hatch, and I want to prevent that if at all possible. So let's get this place a little safer. Okay, Magneto, what legendary thing are you going to make for me? Are you going to make a weird helmet thing? Ah, new caravan. Let's do this. Yeah, I did end up using a decent amount of food the last time that I traded, but that's okay. That was the plan. Okay. Anvil's armor stand. Don't want to sell those. Gosh, it's starting to get cold in here. Think give me 1 second. The furnace is having some problems, so it just keeps getting like deactivated. So I'm gonna go restart that. Let me be right back. Enjoy like a couple minute ad. Ooh. Alright, I'm back. What was I doing? Shopping. But I'm not shopping yet. I'm getting stuff sent over there so that I can sell it. Okay. Let's go ahead and haul a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, Dwarf Fortress, if you've never played Dwarf Fortress before, there is a lot of just... I wouldn't say monotony per se, but a lot of little tasks that you have to take care of. Like making sure that you can't just sell anything. Yeah, it has to make its way over to the trading depot. Honestly, it's kind of nice every once in a while to sit here and just scroll through inventory and be like, what do I want to sell? What do I want to sell? And then you sell it. But yeah, biggest thing. Ooh, mill barrel. That probably has a bunch of dye in it, which means I don't want to sell it. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of reserve food to sell here, so I'll probably need to resort to some of these various bins that I've got with finished goods. I don't recall what they wanted me to sell them. And because of that, I don't think I'm going to sell them what is going to be a higher price, and that's fine. They don't need it. I'm going to sell them what I want to sell them, and they can suck it up. Finished goods? Yeah, you want finished goods. Don't have any unfinished bull crap. Bam, bam. And the large bracelet. Buckets. I want to sell my bush tits. I'm an adult, okay? I can do this. What is inside this walnut wood cage? It says there are blueberry seeds inside the walnut wood cage. Why are there seeds in the cage? This isn't where you store the blueberry seeds. God. Okay. The Pursuit of the Struggle. An offering to Ayazrak Whisperworm. How about no? Crowns. Yeah, I can sell my crowns. Don't need those. No, I need my crutches. Ooh, this willow earring. That's pretty pricey. It's been improved. Likely with a gem, so... Nice. Yeah, my kobolds are getting better at making higher quality stuff, which is nice. Footwear. I like to look through this to see, is there any footwear that is damaged? Because if so, I want to sell it. A little bit of damage, the price doesn't go far down, but nobody will want to wear them, and they'll usually throw them in like one of the trash places. And if something gets thrown there, then it'll slowly degrade until it's gone. So let's sell it rather than let it degrade. You can have a crappy, holy, whatever it is. Just take it. Okay. Rings, scepters. All of the scepters can go. Shields and bucklers. Nah. Statues. I will sell some of these statues, okay? Some of the, especially the crappy ones. Crappy statue, this is crappy. Butts, looks like butts. Made by butts. That one. I really like the look of Jet, though. I'm tempted to keep the Jet ones for a little while. Drones, tools... Wheelbarrows are heavy, but they tend to be a little pricier than some of the other stuff, so I'll bring a few wheelbarrows. I do have it set up so that I'll automatically make more once I run out. Tower cap, by the way, those are a mushroom tree underground. At this point, because I have access to a cavern, I occasionally will get some of those. Okay, scroll rollers specifically, or any scrolls that my kobolds make. Let's sell these bindings. I'm no longer binding books, but I'm still making book bindings. It gives good training. Oh my gosh, look at how expensive these rock salt bookcases are compared to the 10? 3,000? 10? A little bit of a difference. I should probably start making windows, huh? Not 3.1. Couple swords. I have all my maces at the depot. Did I take all of my weapons there? Okay. Guess what? A lot of my weapons are already on the depot, so I can just click the check mark and we're probably good. What about cut gems? I think I have gem bins. Whatever. That's gonna have to do. Okay. Wait, what do you want to lick? No lick. There we go. A jet mechanisms. Yeah, we got a jet mechanisms. Boiled hoods is the name. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality, studded with iron and encircled with bands of regular microcline cabochons. I don't know how to say that word. I've only read it. Object is adorned with hanging rings of rock salt and iron, and menaces with spikes of jet on the item is an image of a pine in cobaltite. Cool. That is going in my museum right now. It's not peanut armor. It is that one. Oh, you want to lick the rock salt bookcase? Okay, look, the walls of my tavern are rock salt. Like, you can lick a lot of my fort. Most of my fort is lickable. Mind you, everything is lickable. I guess that's not really something to be proud of. Yeah, all of my fort is lickable. Okay, nobody's really good at making these engravings at this point. It's fine. Ooh, we've got another name to add. Okay, you are Fort Liquor the Bold. Good job. You've got 2 lovers, and you're 10 years old. Kids grow so fast these days. The kobolds grow into adults pretty quickly. I think 3 or 4 years old, they're considered adults. For your lovers, you've got no. Okay, and possibly a lover from, like, whenever I see 2 lovers, I have a hard time finding the other lover. There's probably a reason for that, you know? Justin said real life problems, right? Yeah, you are indeed right. Nobody wants the bush tits as pets. What about a horse? You want a horse as a pet? We're too good for the bush tits, whatever. Trader is ready to trade, but I still have a few more items. That's okay. It takes forever sometimes for my broker to actually get to the trading post, so let's queue it up. We're probably going to eat, then drink, then sleep, then do a meeting, and then come over here. That tends to be the order of operations. Viralex, you wish you could say that your fort was lickable? Well, make it out of rock salt. That's all you gotta do. Ooh, diplomacy time. Oh, you want to establish this colony as an official land. That means we're gonna have much better trades, but also have to deal with more nobles. Allosaurus is going to become the leader here. Why? Because Allosaurus appeared high on the list and does not really care about having items made, which is one of the things that I look forward to the most, not having to make their crap. Metal bars, iron, steel, pig iron, those are the ones that I need, and I can worry about others later. Oink, oink. Oh no. I know it's pig iron, Justin, you don't have to oink. Stop it. Ooh, could you get me one of the cinnamon rolls? Oink, oink. You just oink. Okay. I think that means yes. Oink, oink, baby. Are you a pig? 'Cause oink, oink. Yeah, I feel like you can't say that to too many people. Oh, that's right. The Ratigan. I think I already have a Ratigan. Let's get a Bobo. Where's Kiki? No, I need Bobo, not Kiki. Alpaca. I think I want alpaca. I probably already ordered alpacas, but whatever. Need gypsum plaster. Meat, fish. Actually, I like to select random meats because all of the kobolds have individual preferences for the green tree frog brain. There might be some kobold who loves green tree frogs and loves eating them. So, you know, I just grab random ones. If there's somebody who's really, really feeling crappy, then maybe I'll take a look at their preferences and try to get that. But at the same time, it's kind of unreliable. Okay, gonna order some fluxstone that I can use. Okay. Random meats. I'll name them in a second. Thank you so much, Gooby. Good to see, or Gumby. You're not Gooby. Thank you so much, Reverend Goomby. I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay, barrels. A few barrels, sure. Flasks. Also water skins. I hate just setting up making water skins and quivers and backpacks and crap, so I just order a bunch. Okay. Do. Don't care what they're made of. I don't recall if this fort has sand. I think it either has sand or clay, but it doesn't have the other one. I think that it has clay. I'll order sand. And unfortunately, I can't get out of this screen without doing this, so let's just get through the rest of this. Don't really care. Maybe a few cups. Done. Okay. Okay, they want cut gems and goblets. Ooh, I can make you some goblets. We're gonna make copper goblets, y'all. As long as I've got at least 50 refined coal, then we're going to be doing that. I'm trouble? How dare you, Viralex? How dare you call me trouble? This name is Random Meats. The farmer. Beautiful. Okay, so Allosaurus. In a little bit, you will require good stuff, and luckily I have these giant rooms for you. Thank you, Justin. You got me one of the like cherry cinnamon. Does it have cinnamon? It's got cherry, and it looks like a cinnamon roll. You think apple's the best? I think I like cherry a little more. Yeah, I'm a cherry guy. Although we did have an apple pie for Thanksgiving. I ate a lot of the apple pie, but I also made it. I didn't make it from scratch. I know how long that takes. Yeah, I would be dead 50 billion times over. Actually, maybe that's a low estimation. Trillion times. I'd be very dead. Hams Akimbo. Thank you so much. Clades, good to see ya. And so y'all know, we still have a lot of people needing names. Like, a lot of names. So do not feel shy if you're like, maybe I've requested too many. Do not feel shy now. What steps did I skip? I bought it and then I cooked it in the oven. The step that I skipped was making it. That's the best way to make a pie. No, pie from scratch is fantastic, but I didn't do it this time. Okay. Now, putting a roof over my fort, this takes a long time to build, and because of that, they will probably be very distracted for a while. Thank you so much, Eggplant Wiz. Good to see you here. Hopefully you're doing well. I like... Ooh, I dig this music. Okay. There we go. My entire fort is going to be only accessible going through the bridges that I have put around here. I might want to... No. I think that is a smart and wise decision. Store-bought kobold. Good. More names. I need more names. We're actually giving that to a kobold instead of someone else. Store-bought kobold. Cute. Yeah, anyone over at YouTube as well, if you haven't named anybody, you're welcome to. I don't need you at... We already traded. No, we didn't. Did we trade? We didn't trade. Crap! No! Oh, I forgot. Okay. And now... Yeah, welcome to all the chaos. I'm gonna have to make a bunch of stuff for Allosaurus. Okay, come back and trade. There we go. How much crap do y'all have? 45k worth of value. I've got 48k. It means I can buy a lot of your stuff, but not all of it. We're skipping that. Gonna buy that. Sure, give me some woods. Oh my gosh. How do you bring a freaking flashlight? We just barely started a few years ago. You're bringing a freaking platinum flask? Are you just showing this to me? Like, look at my flask. Okay, buying the piglet, the toy dragon. I'm gonna have to redo this. Okay, why? Because I need to see my stray spiders. Okay. Is my... Yeah, okay, the stray spider is officially a pet for someone, so... Where are you, stray spider? I don't need to buy any stray spiders. I have 1 female and 4 males, so... Like, if I want, I could buy a female spider, but otherwise, I should be able to start really ramping up the number in just a little bit. I'm gonna put 1 female spider as a purchase and then go from there. Female spider. I do want the alpacas, though. That's important for me. I ordered them because I want them. Sure, good to buy some barrels, buckets. If you got water, you need a bucket. Copper man. A lot of their stuff is a little bit pricey here for... Like, I'm just trying to think what I'm realistically going to be able to buy. A new glaive is cool. A sword staff, not a very decent price. Breastplate, a steel, like steel is where I want to go for. So if I'm buying other mail or other armor that is from other materials, other metals, I want to make sure that it's not priced too much. If I'm buying steel, I'm very happy about that. Okay. Also, leather and clothes, I can make all of that stuff by myself, so only if it's a cheap price will I buy it. It's bismuth bronze. I can't get that, or like I'd have to make that myself, but I'd have to have both bismuth and bronze. Let's buy that steel cap, yeah. No iron gauntlets for me, because you know what's better than that? Steel. Okay, buying some seeds. I think I need to buy the sandbags as well. Sweet pods. Sand. So much sand. My rocky nuts. Sand. Seeds. Then I'm marking all of the cloth and leather right now because I usually can use all of it. Okay, buying literally all of the fruit and plants that you have, partially because food is good, partially because if I can make dyes out of any of those, I want to. Any steel crap? How about a cow leather thong? That sounds great. Sometimes I just see something like cow leather thong and I'm like, I gotta buy this. Somebody will wear it, maybe. Quivers, good stuff. Buy all of the splints except for this really expensive one. These two crutches, good. And then I don't need to worry about the parchment. Battle axes, short swords, maces. Selling a lot of my weapons here. Dax Laser Bucket Gronson. That'll be a very special name for a very special kobold. Okay. Now let's get to the annoying thing, which is dealing with the bins of inventory. And I don't like to sell what I've already purchased because I don't want to. Unless it's partially damaged, like the sheep wool sock. It's in this group. Okay, that's damaged. Good. No. Want the crutch. Selling these toys? I don't want to sell my toys. Maybe I'm just a weirdo like that. Okay, why is this so expensive? What item in here shouldn't be in here? Let me see. Wait, was there anything in there that was a really high price? No? What? What? The numbers are not adding up for me. This is weird. Maybe they do add up. Yeah, okay. Let's cut back a little bit. I don't like to spend too much time shopping. Ever. Highly flammable John. Most Johns are highly flammable. Don't tell them that. Flammable. I don't know what they're doing in the John. And honestly, it's fine. I don't care. Yeah, that's their business. Whatever flammable John, highly flammable John is doing in the John. Okay. I got a lot of good stuff out of that trade. Heck yeah. Have I ever played adventure mode? I've played some of it, yes. And that might be something that I want to do with one of my saves here, you know, temporarily retire the fort and do adventure mode going to the fort. That gets fun because then you get to see all the kobolds and all of the other creatures that have been running around. Okay, let's give you these names. I already did store-bought kobold. Dax. Laser Bucket Bronson. Good. And you are going to be highly flammable John. Now, mind you, I do appreciate the chat pointed out that flammable technically means fire resistant, and it's inflammable that is easily caught on fire. But colloquially, we don't really care too much. Oops. BML. The lever goes there. Okay. And now let's get Activision's corpse out of the gutter. If anybody can do that in real life too, I'll give you an award. The great thing about pumping like this is that... Justin, don't laugh.
I said nothing.
I know you said nothing. I know you said nothing. Pumping like this means that because you get a lot of water on this end, it often builds up to be like a wave of water that washes your dwarf or your kobold into the lake. But because you've pumped water out, it's usually not deep enough for them to drown. And it teaches them to swim a little bit. So, like, you get pumping experience and you get swimming experience doing this. See, look. Skills. Other skills. You learn nothing from this. Wow, you kind of suck, actually. Okay, well, the water's shallow enough that we're probably fine. I don't need to worry too much about this. Let's go ahead and stop pumping. And what I need to do, since I bought some animals, need to put them here. Animals. Not the troglodytes, I need to kill those. Okay, animals. And the Crundle is tame. I can put the Crundle on underground. I don't like people to see him. Oh, yeah, they are all there. Okay, there's just Dax here practicing by themselves. I think this is the season where I don't have anybody training, so I'd rather not mess that up. I do need to add a stockpile for weapons and armor here, though. Okay. P for pile. I'm so mature, you know? Okay. Weapons, all. Armor, all. Ammo, all. That's all. Oh, that's right, my freaking noble. Okay, we've got Allosaurus as the overseer of the site. Lead apprentice. Oh, there's so many good names. Who do I make the lead apprentice? Not my gallbladder. I almost said a swear about that one. Smut, you know what? Dante from Devil May Cry, you've got it. You're the apprentice. Okay. So, Dante, you need a bedroom. This is going to be your bedroom, Dante. Hope you enjoy it. Bam. Okay. And that goes to... What is... Apprentice. Where's the apprentice? Lead apprentice? Sure. Okay. And then... What do you need? You need... Bedroom, dining room, study. Okay, BFT. Okay, BFR. BFT. Okay, this is going to be your officeu. Enjoy it. Overseer. There we go. This is going to be your dining hall. Yeah. Done. And this one goes as well to the overseer. And then this is going to be the overseer's bedroom. Okay, what else do you need? You need a tomb? You're so needy. Okay, that's it. We're gonna make you a big freaking, not a giant tomb, but a reasonably sized tomb for a reasonably annoying kobold. I literally just made you overseer and I'm complaining about you. This is my life. Having ruby clusters may actually help make this look prettier. Rubies are worth quite a bit, but if they're in the wall, I'm not exactly sure if it improves quality. I think it does. Okay. The tomb of my overseer. Here you are. Enjoy your tomb. Also gonna smooth this thing out because you're gonna be grumpy if I don't. Okay, good thing about the water being low now is that I can chop these willow trees and not worry about the logs falling into the water. I've got a petition. What's the petition about? You want to come and entertain Naomi? Sure. There we go, another citizen living a happy life. Wow, their tomb's already great. Okay. That didn't take very long to satisfy them. Good. Okay, it'll take me a little while to get your freaking bedroom ready. Give me a sec. Gosh. Dante's already happy. Why can't you be happy, Allosaurus? Okay, Bill, I'm probably gonna have to install a statue in there in order to make you decently happy. Okay, bed. This is your giant freaking bedroom of bedness. Enjoy it. overseer, while you have the chance. Okay. Need 2 chests. Oops. BFH. I'll put 1 chest right there. 1 chest in this room. And then you need... Actually, because you're probably gonna abandon... This is the office. Armor stand, good. You are probably going to abandon your other bedroom, or at least I hope you would. If you keep 2 bedrooms, I will be very angry. That should be sufficient. Capo. Capo. Where's your bedroom? It's this one? Cool. Your bedroom just got upgraded. Okay, time to link a whole bunch of freaking levers. Or link this lever to a whole bunch of freaking bridges. 5 of them to be exact. I saw a goblin. Goblins are sneaky. Not necessarily bad, but they can be problematic if, depending on how things go. We'll see. We'll see if they end up being a problem. Some of them can end up being thieves, which is why I have guards constantly in my museum in case anybody dares. Speaking of that, I need to make some windows. Green glass windows. Making windows, I'll be able to install them here. That way anybody in the tavern could see shenanigans afoot. I might also put a window in the kitchen to see in the museum, because there are often people working in the kitchen. And they'd be able to see somebody steal stuff from the museum. See, the Lou needs to learn, not the Lou, the Louvre. They need to learn from me how to set up security for their museum. Windows. Windows and guards. I think they can get an appreciation bonus through the window. I would assume so. I could be mistaken. But it sounds like something that would happen in Dwarf Fortress. That they'd be able to see and appreciate stuff through windows. Ooh, okay. Goblin Poet is sharing rumors, so we're learning more about what's happening in the world. Good. Did Rainfall Falter? What a crappy name of a book. It's a manual. Concerns the origin of rainfall through evaporation and condensation. Okay, not the worst book I've seen. Meaning of the Windlass. Construction and use of the windlass. I don't know what that is, but cool. It's a type of ship? Oh, maybe it is. Yeah. Justin said it might be a type of ship, but it could be a crossbow? Oh, a wench on a ship. That's the windlass? Yeah. I know, not the other type of wench. Winch. Winch. From winch she came. Justin, I love you. It hurts. It does right now. I've got a Gorlak scholar? You're writing about large subs. 50 plus 50. You didn't like seeing Activision die. That's okay. Nobody did. But at the same time, we kinda did. I've got some... Oh, this cave blob is a pet of Trogdor. That's really appropriate. Can you imagine a dragon just adopting, like, seeing a blob and being like, you're my pet now? That's what happened here. Cave blob is the pet of Trogdor. Don't know what Trogdor's doing, but I don't like to ask. I could assign Trogdor to be a wood furnace worker. What are you doing here? You're sleeping in the dirt. You're so cool. I made all these freaking bedrooms that do not have beds in them, and you sleep in the dirt instead. Isn't Trogdor always burninating? I think so. It's hard to say. I haven't seen him lately. Okay. I'm just getting stuff set up so that, like, I have some different pathways for my kobolds to walk. They tend to path towards the shortest path, and because of that, when you have one singular staircase, it can get very crowded. I want to prevent that if I can. Interesting. This could be a potential second entryway into the caverns, which... having two ways to get murdered makes murder happen faster than if you only have one way. So I'll consider that. But there's no guarantee. For now, what? Okay, we have a lot of my kobolds moving heavy crap around. That's fine. After a while, I'll want to limit who is capable or who hauls things. For now, I'm not too worried about that. Ooh, goblin poets sharing more of the juicy stuff. I'm not talking about cherries. I'm talking about gossip. Do I have any children? Their name will be Red, except for... Why is your name Red? Don't understand. Odd, but okay. Yeah, it appears that I currently have no children. My gallbladder was a child, but it grew up. I need to put it in the most dangerous setting ever so it dies. Okay. Gorlak, you're discussing... Okay, what's your name? Vegas? Did you actually write the book you were talking about? Yo. Sundials without... Ooh, the sum's uncovered. Yep, this is the book. The prose is not awful, but not very good either. Well, that's okay, Vegas. You tried. Formulas for certain arbitrarily large sums. So you just have like 5,986 plus 2,000,000,005 gazillion, whatever. It's just, eh. Yeah. The writing is forceful, yet it has a hint of viciousness to it. Can you imagine writing a spiteful math manual? Like being sarcastic, being like, well, I guess. Justin says that he imagines that. Ooh, there's a scroll called Spungully in the modern era. Made from forgotten beast parchment. Ooh. But the prose is amateurish at best. It concerns the town Spungully. This is like a crappy Fern Gully book. Has a very serious tone, yet it has a hint of viciousness to it. Why is everybody so vicious when it comes to their writing? And why is this goblin naked? Everybody's just like writing stuff and burning others as they do it. Don't blame them. Ooh, Dwarf Bard shared a rumor from abroad. Very nice. Getting more rumors. This is why I like visitors and a tavern keeper. Tavern keeper keeps giving them alcohol until they give all of the news. As long as I have enough people in the tavern, nobody gets alcohol poisoning. If I don't, then they will give alcohol until the dwarves pass out, which this kobold might be close to passing out. They're dizzy right now. And if they pass out and are still in there and nobody else needs alcohol, then they will keep getting served alcohol while asleep until they die. So, yeah, I have a feeling... Oh, you might have gotten dizzy because you dance so much. That's fair. But yeah, you got to pay attention to make sure nobody's like being forced to get drunk until they have severe alcohol poisoning and very die, you know. Okay, how are things coming along? You like everything except for your dining room at this point, which is fair. They haven't smoothed any of it out yet, so that'll come along soon. I feel like something exciting is going to happen in the next 5 seconds. Okay. No, not a Grand Guild Hall. Ugh. Guess what? They're all like, hey, you know this Farmers Guild that you made? How about you make it better? Gotta make it better. Fine. Okay, that wasn't the exciting thing I was thinking. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was the exciting thing. Shoot. I still question, how many weapons can you hold if you have 4 arms? Why do you have 5 gloves? And why are they only on 3 hands? Okay, I'm upset at this 4-armed Naga. Yeah, 4 arms, 5 gloves, 3 on 3 hands. Yeah, I know what 4 arms are. But this is okay, I'm taking a screenshot of this. And I'm going to post it on social media because what the crap? Have I considered making quantum stockpiles? I don't personally do them because hauling just takes so long. And to really, like... And honestly, I think it's fine to have, like, items in specific areas. Like, having a quantum stockpile, I think is a little more setup and annoying to keep managed than is worth it, in my opinion. Okay, my Dwarf Fortress fort has a 4-armed Naga wearing 5 gloves on 3 of its hands, and I am so mad. There we go. 1 kobold with 20 crowns and a trench coat. Hey, by the way, Ultimate Perfection over on YouTube, if you are still watching, you're welcome to give a name for one of my kobolds because I am allowing Twitch to use channel points and there are no channel points over on YouTube. So you can just do it if you have a name that you'd like. No worries if you don't plan on sticking around for a long time either. I'd just be happy to get a name. I have a lot that need named. Excuse me? I know that I'm searching sex. This is... Oh, okay. Socks. But I thought that I just saw sex. And I'm like, excuse me? Did I put the word sex in my mod? No. Turns out I didn't. Oh my god. Okay. Well, why didn't I, Justin? Because I didn't. Okay, BFH, bam, let's get these chests in here. And I think that one of these rooms I do not have marked as bedroom, so let's get it. Bam, done. Okay. So at this point, I've got 80 bedrooms. A lot of them aren't assigned to anybody, so we're probably good, considering that the bedrooms for the tavern also get occupied by some of my people. It's not a huge deal. But I'd like to get, like, the real bedrooms ready so that they can move in. Hey, you making any good art? Whoa. Got a bubble stuck in my throat, so I sounded weird for a sec. Hermit mode seems a bit high effort and tricky. Yeah, the thing is, like, Trash Nomancer, my experience is that, like, when you learn the fundamentals as well as learn the best places to settle, it tends to be a little bit easier going and in fact can get a little bit boring. That's why we're in a slightly haunted place, because I've got decent setups to begin with. They're not perfect, but, like, it's working out. Oh, this is partly why they're taking forever to do everything, because I'm building the roof of my fort. I'll probably have to put a pillar. We'll see. If they keep building and part of it collapses, then I'll have to put a pillar. But you know, yeah, depending on where you settle, depending on neighbors, the types of animals in the area, whether it's considered good or evil, it can be much easier or harder to get a fort going. And right now, this fort is going pretty okay, despite being in an evil area, and I'm not sure why. It's a little concerning for me. Having many folk is a bit of a distraction, you say. I would agree that it can be a distraction, but I like I do occasionally dig a bit into individual kobold stories, especially if they're having troubles, like our dear friend Doug Trio, who misses family but literally has no family. Okay, Goose, you need to go kiss Goose. Okay, Goose, where are you? Are you in a relationship? No, you're not. Just go smooch. Smooch? Oh, you were really good friends with Bro, the Nerderson. I kicked them out, though, because they were turning into a weird beast, I assume. They were at least heavily damaged by a weird beast, so there's a good possibility. And yeah, that's another thing. Like, I just have to be heartless and kick some of them out occasionally. Scrumgra. Okay, that's a name. Mouse. Hey, good to see ya, Moose. Moose Musculus. It sounds like a mouse with muscles, but I know that's not a... Sorry, Prarno is not getting a new name yet. We're leaving that name. So don't worry. Your favorite scribe Prarno is going to keep the name. You have two lovers, Prarno. That's very nice. None of them live here. You need to make more friends then. Yeah, and I mean, some people might be your friend if you're named Prarno. You're Bubble Puppy, yay, Bubbles. Oh, mouse. I have a giant rat. Look at this. Look, it just kind of goes around. It's a big rat. And I also have a large rat. See? Pretty cool. And if I can catch more, then I can have rat babies. I knew you'd be a fan. Yeah, luckily there are usually rats underground, and because of that, it's not too difficult to get them. We're moving into the spring, everybody. Spring of year 103, the 4th year of this fort. Around this time is when things start getting harder. Year 104 and 105 tends to be when beasts start attacking. If people want to invade, you might get an invasion or two. We'll see. But it could take another year before much excitement happens. But expect the death count to start going up a little bit. I'm trying to prevent that, mind you, because I'm making a lot of steel. Or am I making a lot of steel? I like to pretend that I'm making a lot of steel. Okay, I'm doing good. You know what I'm gonna do? This could result in a lot of really annoying notifications, but I don't care. You. Big Iron, forever. You. Steel bars, forever. Okay, and as soon as I'm out of stuff to make either steel bars or pig iron, those will cancel out and no longer be queued. But I could get a lot of annoying notifications due to various reasons. We'll see. Okay, I need more bedrooms because I have 80-ish bedrooms. I technically have closer to 90 bedrooms, but whatever. I put that staircase in the wrong place as well. That's fine. Whatever, random staircase in the hallway. Never hurt anybody. Not like anybody's gonna randomly fall down them. Making bedrooms for my kobolds. Maybe for dwarves who decide to move in. And then just kind of sit around and be dwarfies. Dwarfy time, dwarfy time. Gonna do a dwarfy time. For anybody wondering if singing random songs is part of a streaming persona, no. The end of that story. Yeah, Justin confirms it me. This what I do. Sing random scargers. Ooh, Mouse, you're talking about a game called Vintage Story. What is Vintage Story? I don't think I'm familiar with that. Gorlak? Are you part of my civilization? No, because you're part of the ignition of minions. I don't think that's me. We don't ignite any of my minions. We leave them burn free. Dwarf Fortress and Knuckles. Okay. It's almost time for you to get together and kill all these troglodytes that are in cages. But I need more of my kobolds to go in there and train. Huh? It's time, right? Right? Schedule view monthly? Yeah, this is your time to train, nerds. Get in there. Vintage Story is Tedium the game. That sounds fun. Okay, all my nobles are happy. They have green. That's great. Okay. I've got 4 of them here training. You want to see blood? Here we go. Get ready for fun. Excuse me? Excuse me? Did it not link? I swear that I had it set. Never mind. We'll have blood later. There's blood when there's blood at home. That was such an impressive failure of getting this set up. I'm actually I'm giggling to myself. I think it's so silly. But we'll do better next time. Okay. How's this going? Okay, it needs to be at 10,000 value. It's almost 3,000. Freaking frick-frack. Can I make any... Let's do platinum statues. Platinum statues. Platinum statues cost a lot of money. So if I make 10 of them and put them in here, I'm also going to engrave the entire floor because good experience for my engravers, you know, just drawing pictures on the floor. It's like giving a kid a marker and a house and being like, you go at it, you silly boy. That's what I'm doing over here, okay? They're just do. Oh, engraved is a bros animated gallbladder rendition. Why is my gallbladder the engraver? They're going to be immortal because of all the crappy pictures they're drawing. Okay, yeah, you did a rendition of a masterfully designed image, but the rendition is standard quality. It's not even good. Okay, you made a cacao tree. Congratulations. Finely designed cacao tree. I'm so proud of you. There will be blood as soon as I finish getting these levers, the levers linked to the cages. Come on, levers. Chicken leather armor. I'm sorry, just... This is a superior quality chicken leather armor. What are you wearing, chicken leather armor? How many bins do I have versus how many do I want? I'm probably fine. They'll keep making more. It's fine. Okay, this place is going well. Although it's almost time. Do I have any windows? Have I made... Yes, I have windows. Perfect. Okay, then we're putting a window there. There. And there. Ooh. Okay, new bedroom's almost ready. When is chaos gonna happen, though? When is my necromancer gonna start doing crap? Probably as soon as I have anything attack me. As soon as I hit 100 kobolds / citizens, I just hit 100. Okay. Well, that means that I'm gonna make a second squad that trains on the opposite months of the other squad. That way we have a constant training cycle. Okay, bedroom. Okay. Do I even have cabinets getting auto-made? At this point, I'm not sure. Chess, I certainly do. Okay. Thank you, Dwarf Fortress Music, for backing me up there. Okay. And then let me check my cabinets. Okay, make bloody blah, make blah blah. Yep, I do. Wooden cabinets. Let's just queue up rock cabinet. Let's make like 30 of these. I'm so far behind making cabinets. Okay, 20, since that's what I put there. Remember, where are the migrants coming from? Down here? 108, 19, 110, 11, 12, 13 puppies, 14, 15 puppies, 15 puppies. That was a lot of migrants. Okay, I'll have to... Your puppy? Let's go ahead and get this stockpile thing. Oh my gosh. How many geese do I have? Cow-calf. I have a lot of geese. Guess what? Our butchers are going to be busy this month. I feel bad, but it's true. Okay, and I think... Speaking of that, I'm going to build a couple more butcher shops, because if not, I'm going to have 100 geese taking over, and I just do not want that. 100 geese. Good band. Okay. Hey, C:// we've had, for where we've settled, unusually good luck. No, I know I need to make you a better guild hall. I'm working on it, okay? We're up to 3,500 in wealth. And my gallbladder is doing its best to make it pretty. I didn't mean for the gallbladder to have this much responsibility. Magnificent Jerry has become a four-armed Naga poet. Yeah, you wearing 4 gloves right now, or 5? Stupid Naga. You need more willow logs in order to make willow bark dye. I'm a needy kobold. Give me some willow, daddy. Fine, there. You want hazel? I can do hazel. You want pear? Get you pear. Petition. You want me to make a temple? I reckon I can do that for you. And you know what? We're gonna make that over here. That's gonna be the temple. Okay, lever work. But oh, I need to give the labors. Okay, novice miner, you can mine. Weaponsmith, also a miner. Engraver, you can mine. Woodcutters, I'm gonna give 3 of them woodcutter status. There we go. Hunters. Yes. Glassmaker, you can shoot things with arrows. Okay, planters. Not like the peanuts. Maybe like the peanuts, I don't know. Okay, fishers. Sure, plant gatherers. Any decent herbalists? Nah, not great. But we'll just assign some of the people who don't have jobs to gather plants. Stonecutters. Going down here for some of you as well. Bam, bam, bam. Engravers. I thought that this engraver might be a good engraver, so we'll choose them. And then a couple random... Why? Couple random additions. Haulers, I do want to set that up later. Orderlies, I don't need to worry too much about that because I haven't had chaos yet, but that could happen. Okay. Otherwise, it's time for us to pull the lever. Y'all ready? You want to see fun? This is what fun is all about. Right here. Ha-ha! Oh no! One of the troglodytes escaped. That's okay. It's dead. Ha-ha! Let's see if anybody has to go to the hospital. I think you just... Oh, you didn't even care that the troglodyte died. That's cool. How nice of you, elf. Oh, window time. I need windows. Glass window. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, scary music. Once upon a time, in a dark and stormy place, there was a witch. The witch's brew was so strong that day that her crocodile turned into a pigeon. Ah! Said the pigeon. Why do you talk like that, said the witch? Ah! Said the pigeon. Pigeons can't talk. They just make the weird sound. Anyways, so witch's brew, so good. I don't think there was anything else to this story. I think that's it. She just had really strong potion that day. Really strong... whatever she was making in her the brew. Witches have the brew, haha. And they make brew. Haha. Need willow logs. You need willow logs. You need willow logs. I know. But look, the willow logs are in the water. Fine. There. That should spread the water out enough that I can actually get the logs. Ooh, a performance troupe is visiting. You know what that means. Or you don't. That's fine. It means that if they decide to stay, I could have a decent number of people increase for my population. If they don't decide to stay, then they'll just stay in the tavern for a little while and do a little dance. Petitions? The Fingers of Tin. I'm going to hit approve. How many does this increase? 4. 4 more people living in my fort. That is so cool. Okay, I'm making a temple for the Wild Fellowship. The Wild Fellowship. New temple. Not the Fatal Creed. I need the Wild Fellowship. Worshipping Gyu, who is the god of hunting. That's cool. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and smooth it out. I like to have a smooth temple. You don't want a bumpy temple. And then bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Making tables, making chairs. Gonna make it so they can worship you. Also add a chest in case they want to like store instruments. I might install an instrument as well. And then I don't know. I should have a few altars. Go ahead and do that. How's this? The guild hall's coming along okay. I think my bladder's getting better at drawing. And we need a new squad. Highly flammable John, it's going to be your squad. They are metal armor. And let's get my schedule put together. Okay, view monthly schedule. No. Okay, they should be off duty this month. Okay. Bam. Copy, paste. Okay, copy, paste. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, bam. Bam, bam. Okay. So there we go. They are scheduled. JK, I didn't even change it to that schedule. Okay. And then this needs to be a place where they can go CP and then they can come in here and they do training. And then this is archery for the archers. Perfect. You know what? This, I'm also going to make it so that they have a chest. Why not? Put a couple chests in the archery range. Maybe they'll do something useful with it. This is a rock salt. Somebody haul it already, okay? I'm trying to build a chair there. Okay. 119 population. I've got 100 bedrooms. That's probably going to be sufficient for now, but I will get us up to 120. Okay. I don't want to make bedrooms that are too close to the workshops because I think that noise can affect their happiness. But that's not something I'm 100% sure of. I love how many, like, I've played this for hundreds of hours. I don't know. It supposedly might be bad to let too much noise be near sleepy people. Maybe. I don't know. So, you know, I'm curious, how was everybody's Thanksgiving? Any exciting stuff happen? We didn't have too much excitement here, just a lot of food, and got to hang out with people on Discord, some of Justin's friends specifically, and they're always a good group of people to hang with. You know, a lot of these bedrooms have magnetite walls, but I don't want to mine them. I'm just going to leave them. They can just have metal walls. Yes! Aha! A Fey Mood. We're going to get a legendary nerd. Go! Become my legendary nerd. Oh, you're going to become a legendary dyer. Or clothier? Yeah, you took the clothier shop. You're gonna be so good at making clothes. Everybody's gonna be like, "Hey, look at my clothes. I'm so fancy." Okay, what are you trying to get right now, Kobold? You look very confused. Are you going for gems? This looks like a place that might have gems. Nope. just came for wood. Okay. What the crap are you gonna do with wood when you're making clothes? Are you gonna make freaking, like, wooden pants? Hey, look at my wooden pants, legendary, right? Oh, good. We've got names. And you know what? I was calling Ozza the legendary nerd. That's your name, legendary nerd. Cool. Okay, who gets to be right sock? Zucchini. You are now right sock. Or left sock. Sorry. Gotta get the right one left. And this craftsbold, you got a cool helmet on. You are right sock. There we go. The names have been given. Ooh, look at these pants. They're yellow. Yellow pants. Edward Yellow Pants. I feel like... No, never mind. Now, don't like Edward Yellow Pants. Oh, this could contribute to why everybody is kind of angry. I need more cages in my jail. They're not angry. They're just like, there aren't enough cages. And I agree, there's not enough cages per your very specific stupid requirements. Stupid. I could install the bush tit cages. Sure, whatever, we'll have some birds in there. I'll see if I can take the birds out. And you have to install metal cages, otherwise they don't count. Iron cage? That has a troglodyte. I don't want the troglodyte in jail. I want to kill it. Okay. How's the temple coming along? It is very underwhelming. Ooh, but Urist Mick gonna die. You can become my singer in there. Yeah, okay. You're gonna work in the temple. Literal jailbirds. You're so right about that, Kyra. The bush tits in the cage, in the jail. Somebody could adopt you to let you free, but no one's gonna adopt you because it's been ages. Unless one of my new migrants likes bush tits. I don't know. Do they like anything? Like these snakes. Which makes sense. They often, when I get migrants, sometimes they'll have snakes and spiders and stuff. Oh my. Question. How my spiders doing? Do I have any more spiders? Okay. I do not have enough spiders to meet my demands. Dang. Yeah, I need to let them stay up top for a while. Hey, Nodwick! Doing okay. Despite not being able to meet with the game dev guy to discuss work, which I've talked about a little bit earlier. I'm still happy and in good spirits. It's just frustrating that it's probably going to be at least another 2 or 3 months before we'll be able to do work. And that's another 2 or 3 months with not very much income. With that said, we've got a sheer cave spider silk skirt. Yes. You claimed it as a personal treasure, you legendary nerd. Okay, that's it. Personal treasure. Look at my skirt. All craft build ship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of swan leather. It's made from cave spider silk cloth. The thread is lavender with blackberry dye. This object is adorned with hanging rings of iron and menaces with spikes of cave spider silk, smoky quartz, tower cap, and beak dog bone. On the item is an image of a muskmelon vine and smoky quartz. On the item is an image of Flint Snarldims, the kobold, and kobolds and citrine. Flint Snarldims is surrounded by the kobolds. The artwork relates to the ascension of the kobold Flint Snarldims to the position of Grand Trapper of the Humble Shady in 20. Is this my game? No, this is Dwarf Fortress. My game is... like, the game that I'm working on uses medieval art, and I have a lot of work before I have a demo that I want to share, but I'm going to share a demo with any Twitch subscribers and also any patrons. And honestly, if they share the link with other people, I don't care. Whatever. But they'll have first access. But it's going to be very much a work in progress, you know, like this could be about 5% representative of the game that I'm making. Because, you know, you never really know how things are going to change as you're going, especially early on. Making more bedrooms for them to sleep in, and hopefully have dreams of cutie pies. Okay, there we go. 10 more bedrooms. Good. Yeah, this is a great sprawling living area here. But I like them to have their own rooms. If I were a kobold, I want my own room. Maybe a room for Cutie Pie to come join me. So, my offline fort that I've been playing, one issue that I'm having is that too many kobolds can't have babies. / aren't getting in relationships. And then the ones that are in relationships, I'm happy for them. But then I'm like, you can't have babies. You were born with no gender, which is cool. I think it's awesome that the kobolds do that particularly frequently. And babies annoy most people. It's true. That's usually a plus. But I need babies to go and die for me. Like, what I love is getting a notification that a baby just beat up some stupid bad guy in the underground. I'm like, good job, baby. Don't know why you're down there. Don't think you should be down there, but good job, baby. Okay, I slightly messed up the normal placement that I've had for the chests and cabinets here, but I'm gonna try to not freak out. Okay, this isn't gonna be an OCD thing from me. I've got enough of those things. We're just gonna let it be. I'm not looking. Is this the same premise as Oxygen Not Included? I would say that Oxygen Not Included probably was heavily inspired by Dwarf Fortress. It's just that requires a lot more careful balance with what you're doing. And Dwarf Fortress, like, you definitely need to balance what you're doing, and early on you'll have a lot of forts like with people dying or getting miserable super quickly. But I think that creating a sustainable group, a sustainable work thing is doable. Yoshi, why are you miserable? Okay, where's my happy home? Happy home? Yoshi, you need to join. Are you able to join? You can't. Okay, they're not actually a citizen yet. They cannot join my therapy squad. But yeah, right now I have 119 characters here. The kobolds that I use, they are a mod race that I think is the best mod race in the game. They're both cute and surprisingly not buggy at all, and I love it. How many... Okay, dungeon. Yeah? Places? Locations? Zones? Okay, where's my dungeon? My dungeon zone. Dungeon zone. 17 available. Okay, you need 1/10 of your max population here, and I have more than 1/10, so I am good right now when it comes to gel, even though I have some birds in there. Okay. I actually need to assign some more people to the army. So you're in there, Percy, Rarky, or you get in there. Right Sock, you're good at using armor, so you get to join. Cobalt the Kobold, you're the clan tactician. I'd rather not put you in. Engraver, Amanda, sure, you're an engraver. Avid joined specifically to fight. You can tell because they have a sword here. So they do want to be involved in fighting. However, because they're bold, that means that it's probably going to be better to put them in here. Competent bold. There we go. Hayabusa, you can also join. Datagum, you can join. The Noof. Enjoy archery, nerd. And Searle, you're also in that squad. Okay, need some more here. You know what? Name one after me. You're also going to join. Enjoy. Shush. My animated gallbladder is a bard, and I'm not going to put it in there. Planter, sure. We got anybody can be a planter. It's fine. No scribes in the army. Okay. There we go. So one thing that I'll do as well is allow my bobolds to train in there, because they're currently only set to train in the archery range, but they don't frequently actually do that. So watching like wrestling practice and crap can be a decent idea. Ooh, you're leading an axe demonstration despite having a mace. That's cool. Why? And how much steel do I have at this point? Okay, that's a more important point. Steel is up to 38. Okay, steel battle axe time. Okay, that will queue up 10 steel battle axes. Okay, legendary nerd, where are you? Because if you do have a legendary skill now, what I want... Click the wrong magnifying glass. This one. Okay, you're a legendary clothier. So you know what? Are you actually miserable? Are you in the happy home? Yes. Kick you out. Okay, get out of here. Remove. because I'm going to go assign you your own personal workshop so you can make clothes forever. Hope you enjoy. I mean, you're a legendary clothier, so you better enjoy it. What other legendary skills do I have? Carpentry? You have your own workshop. Good. Okay. Blacksmith. Just to make sure, yeah, that is general blacksmithing and not anything more specific. So I could... Do I have any blacksmithing things down here? I do. Okay. Hey. Come here. Wait. Dang it. You haven't lived here long enough. Ugh. Fine. Cobb New, you're a noble. Just keep doing your noble thing. It's going to be a little while for me to get more legendary skills, but they'll come. Okay, clerk, scholar. I don't. Yeah, you're all like busy doing scholar crap. Fine. And then down here, most of my bards cannot do much work other than, or can't really be assigned work unless I get very, very specific. But I can't assign a workshop to them. Okay, too many notifications on the left. My hospital, how? I still have no soap. Why I have no soap? Got the soap maker workshop. Can I make soap? Looks like we're making soap now. Oh my gosh. So many bedrooms. Okay, that's, okay, 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 bedrooms. That will last at least, probably will be sufficient for at least another migrant wave. Okay. I'm setting this up so that we'll automatically make coke from lignite coke, a fuel source, and it's worth turning those rocks into fuel. Bituminous coal is a little bit better to use, but at the same time, it just depends on what you have. Ooh, I do have gypsum, so I can make powder for casts. How's my underground farms doing? Pretty well. Okay, they're all fertilized. Well, that one only has 2 out of 3, huh? 1 out of 3? I probably need to make a little more potash then. Let's see. Where's my ash? Okay, we're making 30. You know what? Now we're making 40 a month. See if I care. What about potash? Less than 30. Interesting. So I do have enough potash to fertilize those. They just haven't been fertilized. Ooh, I have a couple more rats in cages. Let's tame them. You're gonna be good little rats that I get to release underground. Oh my gosh, get in the zone. Dungeon zone. Okay. Let me see. Are there... it's summertime, baby. Pull out those bikinis, you cute little kobolds. I feel like I'm gonna walk that back. I'm trying to think. I wear a bikini. Once, I would. So right now, I need to dig deeper. Because we've still stayed fairly shallow. Ooh, okay. That's part of the reason why we've stayed shallow, I think, because of the potential for water there. However, I'm going to go ahead and mine directly through the water. This is going to be a little bit of an annoying thing. Because what I need to do, as soon as I mine these areas here, I need to start smoothing out the wall. Otherwise,